Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. We are live. Let's wait just a few seconds for some of you guys to join us. And hold on a second. So I don't really have like a large agenda for today. I just wanted to welcome a lot of you newcomers into the Cardano ecosystem. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Denicia Brunet. I'm a Cardano ambassador, and I'm also stake pool operator. I operate the stake pool WEQNT. So WEQNT stands, it's just a creative way of saying we can do it. And today I kind of, let's say, baptized the title of this episode, what makes a stake pool attractive. And just the other day I was actually typing on Twitter to one of our another stake pool operator, explaining to him, hey, what is really driving us? What are the things that have come up, and makes us think, hey, this is an extra reason why we have to continue doing what we're doing. So I'll get into that just in a bit. Before we continue, I just really want to welcome everyone who's new to Cardano. If you're joining, please be very vigilant in terms of what type of sites you visit, because there's a lot of scam sites out there trying to lure you in to downloading apps, entering your secret key, and then in the background they can extract that and just empty your wallet. As an example, there is no such thing as a Daedalus app, in the Google App Store. There is no Daedalus app, So if you see this on Google Play Store, please stay away from it or report it. First, one thing what I would definitely advise is to use only the official websites, the official sources, and I'll make sure to put that down in the description, where you can find the official links. And please only use those official links if you're going to download either Yoroi, if you're planning to stake your ADA, or Daedalus from the official site. So the recently we've seen a huge a spike in price, which is very attractive, which is very good, and a lot of you guys are I'm pretty happy to see this finally happen. But I also want to remind you one thing. If you're selling your ADA, don't be too quick to sell your ADA, because we just had the uh, the monthly update from IOG, explaining the Merry hard fork, that's upcoming in a few days. Remember, uh, the hard fork is coming. We've seen the price spike, going up. We've even seen new all-time highs, but uh, we Mary hasn't launched this yet. We haven't seen those native tokens, on Cardano. We haven't seen, smart contracts. We haven't seen multi assets. We haven't seen yet projects convert from Ethereum to Cardano yet. So and then again, we have in Q2 the coming of Goguen. So we already see a lot of spikes right now, but what's actually coming is much more than that. So please keep calm and protect your ADA, protect your keys. And again, only follow the official websites. So as I mentioned, we're stake pool WEQNT, and our mission, is clear. Our mission is really to serve the poor. And what we are doing actually right now is providing free solar bulbs to people living in regions as Kenya, that's in Africa, Uganda, Ethiopia, and southern Sudan. In the future, we're planning on actually expanding those regions within Africa. And just recently, we've been in contact with a Cardano fan in Jamaica. That's in the Caribbean. We've been explaining, hey, what we're doing. And he's very enthusiastic. He's like, we're trying to get people. Oh, hold on a second. A lot of noise. We're trying to get people into the Cardano ecosystem as well, in Jamaica, and explain them what we are. So I'm really excited about this partnership with that person as well there, and try to see how we can expand and help people in that region as well. So um, I think when we speak about what makes a stake pool attractive, I think personally, what makes a stake pool attractive is the belief. What do they actually stand for? And it's not only about the ROI, the return on investment. Hey, if you look at our ROI, we're pretty competitive. You know what I mean? We're pretty competitive compared to the larger stake pools. But I don't believe that that is what makes WEQ&T really attractive. you know what really makes a stake pool attractive is that what they really stand for. you know um just as an example, if what we're doing, in Africa is just one thing. But there are other stake pools, African focused stake pools, African based stake pools that are also giving, locals a chance. Think of as an example, Proof of Africa. These guys are training, young Africans to program, on Cardano, so that they can build a future, so that they can build the ecosystem within their own regions, within their own continent, making new opportunities, creating new opportunities for others, right? That's important. We need to continue to do that. We need initiatives like this. Think about Anchor Chain. Anchor Chain is creating a hub, where young, talented developers can come, and find a place where they can sit down, be concentrated, and start programming on whatever they want to, preferably, of course, Cardano. And those are just two initiatives, and two great initiatives. And I do believe they do need support, and I definitely would like to encourage you to also give them that support. So with WEQ&T, we're doing it totally differently. We do acknowledge the fact, that the other types of projects are necessary, they're needed, they need your support 100%, right? And but with us, what we believe as well is that, and I mentioned in my previous video, uh, you have the people at the very bottom of the ladder. These are people. When I speak to John, who's in Kenya, the one who I'm working with, he explained to me that there are people who cannot read. They cannot write. They've never been to school. You know what I mean? And it's in the age that we're living in, you cannot imagine that there's people around who cannot read. But it's true. There are people on the planet just who have not yet, let's say, enjoyed a level of education, that empowers them to make decisions, and to take control of their own identity. So, and if we don't give the younger generation in those countries a chance, that will continue. That cycle would continue for generations to come. So we have to break the cycle at some point. We need people to come in and say, okay, listen, we understand the problem. We see the problem, we understand it, and we want to do something about it, right? So I see a lot of youngsters, I've been told, cannot go to school, simply because they don't have they don't have the finances, they don't have the resources, So we have decided, to fund that. Part of our rewards goes to that as well. We're not only doing the lighting bulbs, providing the absolute poor, with basic lighting, making sure that finally, for the first time in their lives, they have decent lighting, in their houses. They're not connected to their country's electrical source. These people live in desert area. That's far away from the suburbs. And that's just one thing. But we also want to recognize and realize, that if we really want to bring change, we have to start from the beginning. We have to start from the youngsters, the kids. Give them that opportunity. Make sure that they can go to school, that they can learn, they can read and understand, and make choices. To really govern, to really how do you say that? What's the word I'm looking for? To empower them. Take control over the course of their own, let's say, destiny, their future. Right? And there's where it starts. So that's the reason why I have I've decided, to fund that type of project. WEQ and QNT is not only about lighting, is not only about, let's say, drilling water wells, because I've explained that in a previous video. We've also reserved a portion of our ADA, to drill multiple water wells, in multiple regions in Africa. And I do believe, people do need access, to water. I don't like hearing, the kids having to walk kilometers, just to get a bucket of water. Think about it. You know, Many of you people who are viewing today might have a house, decent house. You can walk in one of the rooms in your house, open the faucet, and there the water comes out. We take this for granted, but there are actually people who doesn't have that luxury. They have to walk kilometers, hours, just to get water and then back again. Yeah. So if we can help and improve that part of their life, yes, I think we should. And that's what we are committed to. And we're also committed, to really funding education. Now, one thing that really disturbed me earlier this week, and John told me, John, guy I'm working with in Kenya, he explained to me that one of the families who really want to help told me they have a lot of kids, but he told me the parents are stubborn. They don't. He's been telling them, send your kids, to the school that they've started. They're not doing it. Instead, the kids are being misused. They're this is what sometimes what poverty does. Those kids are being used as a means of income, generating income, and sexually abused. And that hurts. You know what I mean? To hear this, destroying the future of a kid. And I mean, I know it's something that happens, and I won't be able to change all the problems, in this world, but if we can, let's say, help maybe one or two, kids change the course of their, let's say, course of their future, I'd love to do that. But let me remind you, it's not something that Denisio is doing, WEQNT is doing. It's something that we all do, because we're just facilitating. It's you, the delegator. When you support, this project, your, the portion of the rewards goes to this. And this is something that really, it really cuts me to the heart, to hear that these things happen. I remember years ago, I was confronted with something like this. A friend and I, we went to Vietnam, and the very first evening we were in Vietnam, the a lady on a motorcycle drove up and offered her daughter. I believe it's her daughter. Probably 11, 10 years old or something like that. And I'm like, oh, so like, yeah, these things happen. These things happen. It's painful to see, and again, I won't be able to change every single thing, on the planet, but I do hope that people listening, to this understand the severity of the situation and understand why we really need change. We cannot continue to destroy the future of our kids. Your children are the future. These are the future leaders. The wrongs that we make, they will have to rewrite and do things better. We have to give them that opportunity. We have to educate them. And the kids that we're helping in Africa, these might very well be the future trade agents. These might very well be the farmers or businessmen, businesswomen, who you or your governments may trade with. But we have to give them that chance. They have to be given that chance to learn a trade, to uh, gain some sort or level of education. And for many years, people have been taking advantages of these people, right? And what you do when you when you empower them, when you educate them, you know, you give them a sense of worth. So you make them conscious, of their value. And and by doing so, you put them in a situation where they can excel, where they can grow, and really participate, in a global economy, and make a difference. So I really, want to, when I say what makes a stake pool attractive, is really what they stand for. And I know they're business stake pools. I've spoken to Sean just the other night, and I love the guy. Sean, you're doing a great job. And I commend you as well, because people like you in medical field, you also need support. I mean, remember the very first interview I did with Sean, he explained to me that he's a dialysis specialist. Knowing what my father went through in his sick days, on the dialysis with his kidneys and stuff. Wow, I can only commend people like you who serve the ill. So yes, there's a lot of wonderful, great stake pool out there that really needs support. And yeah, I definitely would like to ask you to look into them. But at the same time, please consider WEQNT as well. Help us, to or work with us. It's not just us. It's we see it as a collaboration between between our delegators and us, facilitating this is service, for the poor. And yes, as we grow, we hope to expand, to new regions, find new partners. I don't only want to be dependent on John. I trust John. I mean, John has been working with an elder in the church where I'm part of for many years, over 10 years. So these guys, they know each other. He's been working with them. I've seen their work. I've seen the footages, the pictures, the videos. And I know this guy is trustworthy, and I keep him accountable. I can tell you. I was just the other day, I was with him on Telegram, and so we sent, my wife and I, we decided to, we're, because he's doing a lot for us. He's putting his own time. He has to visit all these villages and stuff, and make sure that the bulbs are distributed. He ships the bulbs from Kenya, to some of them to Uganda. One of them went to Ethiopia, and with the new shipment that we just sent last week, uh, we're going to Uganda, sorry, Southern Sudan as well. So we're really expanding the regions where we supply the poor with basic lighting and solar lighting. So we're expanding on that, but I don't want to be only dependent, on John. So I also love the fact that an old friend contacted me uh, last week and asked me, Denisha, does your project only work with a specific person? He said, because we also have a someone in Uganda who would love you to work with, and see what we can do together to help the poor there as well. And yeah, sure, yeah, I'm always willing to see what's possible, but I don't work with every and anyone. It has to be someone within a network that I can validate this person's authenticity and also trustworthiness. That's it. Because I can hold that person personally accountable for things that they say they will do but probably did not do. And I can go to the person in my uh in my network and tell them, hey, listen, you brought this guy in, but he's not doing what he promises. So then he's going to be pressured from two sides. So that's why I really find it important to work with someone within my with someone within the network. Again, it's not only limited, to, let's say, a Christian organization. Let me just get that clear. Because the thing is, yes, we are a Christian organization. We have a Christian identity. But just remember, uh, Christ did not come, for religion. Christ came for people. And I don't want to look, at a particular religion. I want to look at the circumstances of people, see where we can better that. I don't don't care, about, what, let's say your religious beliefs or your belief system. The thing is, if you need help, if we can help, then we're possible, of course, but yeah, again, I won't be able to change every single world problem, but there where it is possible, where we're working and where our delegators allow us to, we will. So yes, that's just, very short video about what we're doing, and what I really believe that makes a stake pool attractive. If you're searching for a stake pool to delegate to or work together with, please look at their goals, look at their mission, what they're doing. The We also have the mission driven stake pools. You can look them up also on Pool Tool, or you can look them up on Ada Pools. I'll put the link also in the description. You can also look at the Alliance stake pool. Alliance stake pool is a stake pool that actually helps smaller stake pool to bootstrap, help them, grow. They don't have enough stake, to like produce a block that frequently. So that's the reason why the Alliance helps those stake pools that's in there, also doing wonderful work, for the Cardano ecosystem. And yeah, you can also look at those stake pools as well. But please, in doing so, search in your search for stake pool, please also consider WEQNT. We're still relatively small, but and we definitely want to grow, and also expand our activities, and yeah, just really want to thank you all, for the level of support you've been showing us throughout the past months, weeks, and we really hope to continue working with each and every one of you, in serving, serving the needy, and giving them a chance. Offline, during that interview that I did with Sean, I told him, of the 100 kids that we help, we send to school, we give a chance. If only two of those, would make it to grow out of their level of poverty, be able to accept the education that we're doing, that we are offering, accept, the chances that they're given, learn a trade. If just two of the 100, would become, be it a farmer, be it a businessman, be it someone in politics, our mission would, um, in Dutch we say, dan was het gelukt. Our mission would succeed, would have succeed. Why? That's because those two, where they came from, if you just view their past, they are, no one is able to understand the level of poverty and where people come from than they. So those are potentially the two who can give back or help others within their community to grow as well. So you help people from the bottom to grow, to reach somewhere, a comfortable level here, in the hope and trust that someday they'll remember, hey, someone helped me, and they'll go back and bring more up, and they'll help others as well. That's what I believe, that we're doing. That's how we really bring change, lasting change. And I have to believe that this is possible. I might not see it in my lifetime. I'm 41 years old now. There's a possibility that, in 30 years time from now, I might not be here. But the things that we do now today, the action that we take today, will definitely have, I believe, a lasting effect, further down the line. But we have to start somewhere. And so I really want to thank each and every one of our delegators for working together with us, in doing this. If you're on Telegram, join our Telegram channel. We try to provide updates on a daily basis. We also, if the stats are available, we provide the stats, about the stake pool and stuff. There's certain things that we share on Telegram that we don't share, other social media platforms. If you're on Twitter, look us up. That's Denisha Brene, and yeah, look us up. You can see on our profile page, you can follow exactly all of the things that we're doing. Oh, hold on a second. Someone, let's see. You keep portion of portion of our pool, but don't define it anywhere. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I've received this question as well. The When I say a portion of our rewards, goes to this or that. Someone asked me, what percentage do you give? I can't give a percentage, because I'll just give you an example, right? When we purchase, we purchased in January, we sent 24 bulbs, right? So that's 10 euros per bulb. That's 240 euros, right? And then to ship the bulbs to Kenya, that cost us via DHL Express, it cost us 141 euros and 50 cents. And then John in Kenya has to pay import tax or tax customs, and that's uh, if you have to convert that to euros from Kenyan shilling to euros, that's about 140, between 140 150 euros, right? So we reimburse him those costs. Plus, we also give him something extra for education materials for the kids. It's not possible to say a percentage. It's not possible. Just give. So I've told the guys as well in the mission driven pool who asked me the same question: how much of your what percentage of your rewards did you give? I can't give a percentage. We're giving, just giving, and yeah. But anyhow, it's a fair question. I mean, you see a lot of the pools coming out say we give 5%, 10%. Is that? It's much more easier when you're giving to a particular organization. You say you're giving to Oxonovip as an example, or the Red Moon or the Red Cross. You know what I mean? You give a percentage, but this is a personal program, a personal thing that we are doing. This is not a established organization that we're giving money to. So that's no, we yeah. Sorry if I if I can't give you a percentage, I can't. But yeah, if you have any doubt, about the legitimacy of our stake pool, yeah, ask questions, reach out to people. It's yeah. But anyhow, you're entitled, to ask questions, definitely, and if I can answer them, I will, just as I just did. So but yeah, just keep asking questions. That's good. That's where you get answers to your questions, and that's how I get, to give more clarity. Anyhow, I can't say I give 5%, I give 20%, 50%. Hey, guess what? The new shipment that we just sent, it was not 24 bulbs. It was 21 bulbs. And the cost for I got the tax cost. The cost for tax was 120 euros converted from Kenyan shilling, and we've already sent those sent the cash to wired the cash to Kenya in order to pay for the taxes, and with some extra for the school materials. So hey, yeah, yeah. But thank you definitely, for asking. The Yeah, I just want to keep it short. I don't want to keep this too long. It's about half an hour, but thank you, again, everyone who's supporting WEQNT. We really do need your support, and yeah, thank you very much, for collaborating with us, because it's really a collaboration between us and our delegators, and for everyone who's supporting us. So when you stake with us, you automatically contribute, to this. All right. Thank you very much. Wishing you all a very good Saturday. Enjoy, the great news that we're all seeing, and I'll try to see if I can get back to you maybe next week or the week after. But definitely look out to all of the daily updates that I provide about the the shipment that we did to Kenya. Anyhow, take care. Enjoy. Bye bye.